Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Conostep and this is going to be part 15 of my early campaign where I'm playing as the Danes. And in the last episode we sort of got blue-balled by the Mongol invasion because we had been preparing for it for quite some time and we may have been a little bit over-prepared because by the time the Mongols came in, I don't know, I have to say this Mongol invasion seems a little bit on the weak side of things. I swear I've seen bigger Mongol invasions, mind you, back in my day, you know, right? So I am caught in a little bit of an awkward position because I'm not making as much money as I'm used to making. $2,000 is okay. In fact, this is better than it was. This is my new king, brand new. I think this is his first year of being king. And the fact that he has one more point of acumen than his dad did, I think has actually given me a bit more money. Because before I was sitting in like the 600s, I think 600 something profit, which isn't like super great, right? So, I mean, my treasury is still fine. I'm sitting on 143,000 in the bank. That feels good, but you know, making a bit more money also feels better. And I'm caught a little bit in an awkward position here because I have all of these armies, right? And sure, some of them should just sit here and guard the borders. But some of them shouldn't. You know, some of them probably should be doing other things like attacking. And the reason why this is kind of awkward for me is because some of the places that I kind of would like to attack, I'm not sure about this being the best time for it. You see, my new king doesn't have great influence. 3 is pretty bad. And in fact, due to that, I have some generals that are a little bit worrisome in regards to their loyalty. Now that can be fixed over time by just building more buildings that will give my king traits that will increase my general's loyalty. But then we have these guys with 2 shields of loyalty and that's not good. Yeah, there's a few of them here in Novgorod. So out of these stacks here, there's 2 of them that have 2 shields of loyalty. Or you, and then one with 1 little loyalty shield thing. That's not great. That makes me think that I should reorganize my armies a bit to make sure that these people with low loyalty are only being led by stacks with generals that have high loyalty. That's an easy way to sort of fix this and avoid any potential civil wars. Yeah, that's one way to do this. Obviously, yeah, the builder traits that my king can get will fix things over time. Getting more influence can help, and how do you get more influence? Well, primarily by attacking provinces and taking provinces. Now, I had initially planned on eventually taking the British islands at some point, just for a little bit of historical goodness, you know, because the old Danes, the Vikings that is, you know, did attack the British Isles. So I just kind of thought that I'd go in there and do that in this campaign. I do have to be wary of something. I know that your empire will start getting corruption traits for your governors once you've exceeded a certain amount of provinces. And I'm trying to remember, like, I was able to avoid that when I was playing my Byzantine campaign. And I want to count the provinces that I essentially held on to during the entire campaign. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then 23. 23 seemed like the sweet spot because anytime I would go and attack other regions just to sort of ravage Western Europe just to make sure that they were behaving themselves and, you know, not crusading through my lands. All it took was like basically taking a province or 2, and I somehow that's all it took, and I crossed the threshold, and I started getting bad traits on my governors just for like that one turn, right? That would just happen seemingly at 24 or 25 provinces. So 23 seemed like the sweet spot. It's kind of a weird number, right? Like you would think it'd be like a, you know, like it'd be like 25 or something, or 20, you know, but 23, like that's what I sat on the entire campaign when I played the Byzantines. and it seems like a good spot to be at. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So what should I look at then? So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So based on that, I have room for like 13 more provinces, right? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then if I wanted to come down here and take Sicily and maybe Naples, I would be within that number. So that's okay. That is actually okay. So that could work. The problem is that I'm allies with the English, and if I attack them, then I lose more influence. My king can't afford that right now. He can't afford to lose more influence. However, if he gains influence by attacking and taking these French provinces, then maybe by the time he attacks the English, maybe I will be at a appropriate influence amount so that I can afford to lose some. Yeah, that might be the idea there. I could swoop right in. The French don't have a navy quite yet because this is a new reemergence faction. And so I could swoop right in. There's only like, yeah, there's not that many troops, you know, basically 1 stack each in Mercia and Wales, and then 2 stacks here in Wessex, and then 2 stacks here in Ireland. Taking these 4 provinces could help me boost my influence by a bit so that I could march on in and take out the English here in Scotland and Northumbria. So, and the English also don't have any boats. No, they do not. I'm not seeing any. No. Okay. So you would think that I have enough armies to make that happen. You know, with all of this, I would think that I could accomplish that. Now I would have to kind of move things around a bit and, you know, restructure things. That's going to take some time. Obviously, I will edit a lot of that out. I don't need, you know, you don't need to sit through me reorganizing my armies. I want to keep things strong, though, in Lithuania and Novgorod. The thing is, despite the fact that the Mongols are very weak, these 3 stacks are kind of their wild card right here. The fact that these are not bordering any other enemy territories, and they probably should be, right? You know, these 3 stacks in Peroslavl could either be here in Kiev or Chernigov, and, you know, so they could either be threatening me here in Lithuania, or they could be threatening me or the Poles or the Hungarians here by hanging out in Kiev, or the Turks who are here in Crimea. So that becomes an issue, right? Because there's a lot of Mongol heavy cav in these 3 stacks, and all of a sudden that becomes an army. If these 2 provinces team up together, that becomes an army that can do some damage to an enemy that's a little bit weaker. And I would still like them to attack the Hungarians if I can have any sway over that, because the Hungarians do have the points lead on the glorious achievements points stuff. So by quite a bit, you know, they have 86 points. I kind of was hoping the Mongols would take care of them for me, and now I'm like, oh my god, now I need to do this myself. And I keep doing this. I need to stop doing this. I'm also allies with the Hungarians, as well as the English. I'm just allied with everyone that I want to attack, and I need to be better about that. Yeah, that's something that I need to be a bit more judicial with in the future when it comes to picking my alliances. Like, duh, right? Like, come on, just... If it's a faction that I might have to attack at some point, then don't ally with them. It's not just about them attacking me. I have to, you know, really think about these things and be a bit smarter with this. So, yeah. I mean, I guess it's nice having the alliance with the Hungarians just because they have quite the navy right now, and just making sure that they don't attack my boats again, because they did before. They did earlier in the campaign, and they have a navy. You know, they have... You know, this is almost a trade route, you know, like the AI doesn't usually accomplish this, but they actually have ships in a line, you know, in a row, strung out region to region, combining ports like that. That's a route. That's a trade route. So they could actually be making an income off of their boats. Do they have trade? Okay, like I'm looking now. So yeah, they have a merchant here. That's their tier 2 merchant building. Serbia doesn't have trade goods, neither does Croatia. What about Constantinople? They're not making money off this. Well, they do. Okay. They do have a trade building, the first tier. Yeah, the trading post. But they need to get some boats up here to the Sea of Marmara. Ooh, Constantinople should be the richest province in the game. Either that or Antioch. I can't quite remember, but yeah, ooh, the Hungarians are missing out. They almost got it, don't they? Like, they almost got that trade route that's going to be making them a lot of money. Yeah, Bulgaria's not trading despite the... Yeah, they're not... Oh, man. They could be doing better, but they're still doing quite well, aren't they? You know? Moldavia, yeah, they have a trading post, but... For now, they are holding off the Mongols. I just... If I could keep a strong enough force here in Novgorod and Lithuania, and if I could force the Mongols' hand into, you know, them attacking the Hungarians, I mean, heck, 4 stacks, like if I just have like double that in these 2 provinces, maybe that's enough to make the Mongols go like, okay, let's not, you know, yes, this is the human player, but like, let's not attack, let's not be hasty, right? Like, let's attack the easier targets. That would be really, really nice. That would be so clutch if I could get the AI to do like logic math and like, you know, figure it out. Like, come on, do the logical thing, attack the weaker opponent, right? I really hope I can accomplish that. So that's going to be the goal, I suppose, is to maintain a strong force here in Lithuania. I can bring my newer, better soldiers to Lithuania while bringing out some of the outdated soldiers. The ones that are still good, like the feudal sergeants and the crossbows, are still capable, but you know, I can replace them with my chivalric sergeants that I'm training here in Novgorod. I can replace my crossbows with my arbalesters that I'm training here in Prussia. And I can bring those crossbows and feudal sergeants to basically come here to Sweden just to like get all my armies together and then go in and attack the French. And I think that feudal sergeants, crossbows, Vikings to counter their feudal men-at-arms, feudal knights, you know, it's basically like the same army, right? Like, I think I can beat these armies if I just bring, you know, those armies that I, like basically my outdated armies, I think would beat the French armies is what I'm trying to say here. So, yeah, I think so. I really do think so. What about here in Ireland? Yeah, same. Just a little bit better generals up here. A 4-star. Yeah, natural leader. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's that. I think that's a good play. I do. I think that's a good play. And then the other thing that I was considering was, let's see here. They are, oh yeah, and because the French are excommunicated as well. That's why they're a good target, is because the Pope would not reprimand me for attacking them. And the king, the French king is young. He's only 26. So the excommunication only goes away if either he dies or the Pope dies. He's not going to be dying for a while. At least not of natural causes. What about the Pope? Ooh, I don't have a spy. Okay, I need my bishop to come down here and spy on him. Yeah, I need to fix that. I need to see how old the Pope is. If he's still young, then I have time. But if that Pope is quite old, then I might need to consider bumping things up. Let's get some more bishops going here in Livonia. Nope, I was doing spies. Yeah, spies are good. I want to get spies in all of my home provinces, finally. It's time. Because I was finding some, like quite a few assassins kind of cropping through my territories, and they were getting caught, but still, it's making me nervous. Here, I can train bishops here in Lithuania. There we go. How about that? What was I going to say? The Turks. I am still technically at war with them, and the Germans, which is annoying. The Turks, I have no land borders with them, but it's tempting to get that ceasefire just so I can go back to trading with this one port. I know it's just one port, but still, you think that if I can just disrupt my trade just for like a turn or two, it might be worth it. Can I do that? Can I pull this off? So what if I brought this boat down here? Because the Sea of Marmara only borders Constantinople, not Nicaea. So they should be like fine here in that sea region. So let's bring this boat up as well. And then he's fine. This is fine. So this is the only other region that I need to vacate, I think. Well, this one, yeah. So, because Rhodes is in this sea region, so if I go here, that should be fine. And then I would need to get out of the Eastern Mediterranean because they border Nicaea. So I can go here to the Nile coast. And the Nile coast should be fine because that's not bordering, like this is, it's kind of confusing how it looks, but yeah, it's not bordering this. And I think you can, like you can border, you can be here I think, but you just can't be inside this sea region I think. So that should get me my auto ceasefire with the Turks, I think. Yeah, it's just those territories, right? They have Georgia as well. So if I can just get a quick ceasefire with the Turks and go back to trading with them, that could be good in the long run, perhaps. Yeah, hopefully. We'll see about that. So here's what I've done to try to combat this civil war or stop this civil war from happening. I've simply just taken a few of these low leadership or low loyalty generals from other provinces, and I have plopped them here in this province with my king. I think by having them just in the same province as my king, that's enough to keep their loyalty up. I think that proximity to the king is enough to boost their loyalty, at the very least, to like keep them loyal. I don't know if they need to be in the exact stack as the king itself. I'm not sure. I can't put them in the stack next turn. I just can't do it this turn. The other idea, here's the thing, and this is why this is kind of a weird thing to me. It seems like that should be easy enough, right, to do that. You just take all of the low loyalty generals and plop them in a province, you know, with your leader, with your faction leader. Only one of these generals was a starred general, 1 star here. The rest of them were 0-star generals, so taking them away from their stacks does not matter at all to me. And there are other options to deal with this. I just don't really know why else, like why would you do the other things? One of the options is that you can bring your princesses to have them marry your generals to keep their loyalty up. That is something that I was thinking about doing up here in Novgorod. I still have these guys, and I was kind of thinking about testing this, I suppose. Usually my princesses retire of old age before they get a chance to marry, and unfortunately I don't think that's going to be any different in this case, because this one, Princess Brigitte, is 35 years old, and I think that this is her last year of being an eligible marriage candidate, because yeah, I think she's going to retire at the end of this turn. I can try to get her married off to one of my generals, just to, like, you know, just kind of play around with this. Yeah, let's take you. You're 2 loyalty, and I don't know if she's going to be able to, like, get here in time. It would only take her 1 turn, but I don't know if this is going to count before she expires or not. Let's just kind of check. Yep, you. Yeah, let's see if I can raise his loyalty up to 3. Let's just see about that. And I know that we can also assassinate our own generals. That's an option. I've never done that before, because again, you know, if it's as easy as just putting your generals back in the province with your leader, then why wouldn't you just do that, you know? Another thing that you can do to get rid of generals, and I don't know how this is different from assassinating, but you can try them of treason by using your spy. So say, like, we have this one, well, I don't want, not him. How about I do this guy? 1 loyalty. And let's give this a whirl. Let's see how this works, because I've never done this before. Do you wish to attempt to frame this general for treason? Yes. And it's my understanding that either he gets convicted, he's guilty, and he's removed. The other thing that could happen, I think, that is that he's found not guilty, but then he gains some traits that make him even less loyal to you. And that's a way that you can sort of make a civil war happen faster is by, trying generals of treason. And you can sort of get like a civil war to happen faster if you are trying to remove your own king. Like if your king sucks, or if you don't have any children and you're like, I need to cause a civil war to rectify this, then I think that you can use your spies to try your generals of treason and try to lower their loyalty by gaining traits that way. I think that's how that works. I've not played around with that very often. I've never used a civil war on purpose. I know that's an option. I know that people have done that. I just have never really felt the need to do that, I suppose. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. It seems like it's easy enough just to bring these guys back into a province with your king. So you're going to be the one that's married off, or hopefully so. And then you, who did I just try? Shit, I didn't know these two guys were in the same. Oops, that was a mistake. How about, make sure it's you. So yeah, make sure it's you. And then I have another princess. So like, how about I try to get him married as well? This other princess is landlocked, I think. Yeah, Princess Sigrid. So she would take 2 turns to get here. But we can see. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just play around with it, and hopefully that doesn't end up backfiring and, causing more, harm. So anyway, that's that. Let's hear. Here in Denmark, I saw it was tempting to go for the money here and build another master merchant. However, it's, I want those chivalric knights. Those chivalric knights are very, very good. And if I just get the baronial court and then the armorer's guild, then I get those chivalric knights. So let's get the armorer's guild first, because this increases the armor of any troop that is trained here, not just, the knights. So let's do that. Then let's do the baronial court. And that's it. Yeah, the horse breeders guild, I already have that, so that should be good. And then I can get the master merchant after that. Yep, let's do that here in Denmark. And for the time being, I'm going to continue to train feudal knights. Sweden is still retraining Vikings from Norway. I like that. Let's just keep doing that. Norway, what do I want here? I was thinking, so a reliquary is the upgraded version of the, what is it called? The monastery. So this is the building that allows me to train inquisitors. And that +1 morale, according to my sources, does not stack with the +1 morale of the church. It's like one or the other. It's like the same bonus, essentially. Now, I'm looking at the tech tree here, and I'm like, okay, so there's no +2 morale church building. There is the reliquary, which is the upgraded version of the monastery, right? This gives +2 morale, and it allows me to train Grand Inquisitors, which is an upgraded Inquisitor, as you could imagine. So there's that, or I could get a cathedral, which gives +3 morale. I can only build one of these buildings per faction. This is like the building, right? And it's tempting to build this here in Norway, just so I can get the most advanced Viking units, in the game, since I'm essentially planning on using those Vikings for the rest of the campaign. It's my only unique unit. I want to use them. I want to use those Viking units. But since they do get a little bit outdated, it's important to keep them upgraded, right? So I'm tempted to build that cathedral there. Yeah, it would take 16 turns, 1,000 florins. Yeah, let's do that. And then I can build reliquaries in all of my other provinces for +2 morale. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's do that. Sweden, you're good. Finland is working on building artillery buildings because I need an artillery building. And then Novgorod's good. Yep, good. Alright, everyone else is good. I don't need to train anything here in Saxony just because I don't need to keep training Royal Knights. I needed them as an emergency piece, but now I'm fine on that, I think. So that should be fine. Alright, now I'm going to take a peek at my armies and see if I can pull something together and maybe, what would I need to attack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks to comfortably attack the French provinces here and also defend against counterattacks. Yeah, let's see if I can pull that together. After taking a bit of a peek at my armies here, I was not able to pull nearly as much soldiers from my front lines to form a potential, assault force against the French as I would have liked. I know like the numbers look good, but a lot of this is just like, woodsmen, Slav javelinmen, a lot of Vikings, a lot of outdated soldiers. It's not really stuff that I feel comfortable. Well, I mean, I need my upgraded troops, right? Which I am training here in Novgorod. I'm getting my nice spearmen being trained here. I'm getting my nice arbalesters trained here. But I'm a little bit more behind, Like I have my feudal knights being trained in Denmark. I'm going to go back to... I know I said that I wasn't going to train royal knights because I feel like I don't need them anymore, but I just need more stuff. So let's get these going. If I need to use royal knights as my heavy cav, that's fine. I know they're only 20-man units, but still, just to have some, some heavy cav to serve that purpose, that utility in my armies would be good. Just for the assaulting force, like I can leave my good soldiers behind to defend my borders, but yeah, like I wanted to, so I'm going to start building a spearmaker here in Lithuania just so I can build basic spearmen. If I can train some basic spearmen and then eventually some feudal sergeants for this army here to, invade these provinces, that's going to be good. The Vikings are fine. I'm good with just like Vikings, but I need, archers, spears, heavy cav, the basics, right? The basics for a balanced army. So also, what about artillery? Yeah, I'm going to need some artillery as well because they have keeps here in Wessex and Wales. Nothing in Mercia, nothing in Ireland. So yeah, I need to kind of like pump the brakes a little bit on that and actually form some good armies to do some attacking with. And I'll know more once I press enter and I can know how old the Pope is. If the Pope is young, then I'm fine. Even if he is old, and even if the French do lose their excommunication status, still, if I can invade these provinces in one turn and then take over the fortifications in the second turn, then I can just stop attacking the French and I will avoid the excommunication myself. So I think that would be fine. Like, I don't think it's the end of the world if the Pope is old, Like, it should still be okay, I think. Also, there's always a chance that the French just get that excommunication right back, right? Because they probably will continue to attack Catholic factions. That just seems to be in their nature. So, without further ado, let's finally press end turn here. Man, I've been just kind of talking and looking at stuff for a long time now, but I think that I've done everything. Yep. All right, that's looking okay. Let's drop a save and yeah, let's see. I don't think that the Mongols are going to attack me. It would be nice if they attacked the Hungarians. It also would, ooh, okay, yep, the Mongols are going to attack the Turks in Crimea, and they are going to finish off the Novgorods. Okay, yep. And they're going to attack the Turks in Georgia as well. Yes, okay, so the trial in Novgorod. One of my generals is brought to trial to answer for his crime of high treason. Okay, so it hasn't happened yet. This is just informing me that it's going to happen. Well, I know that because I'm the one that ordered it, so. Okay. Trial verdict. The case against the prisoner was well crafted. The trial was swift and the execution was public and bloody. A fitting warning to all. Okay. So that one loyalty general is now dead. Let's see. The French are retreating from Ile-de-France. Go Germany. Okay, cool. And the French are also retreating from Burgundy. Okay. Interesting. Looks like they have to retreat to Milan. All right. And the French are retreating from Venice. Okay, so the Germans are pushing back. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, cool. And the King of England has died. Okay. So his heir has taken over. And I'm still catching assassins, That's why I started training the spies. I just felt like this is necessary. Okay, so Armor's Workshop is finished here in Saxony. I think that's the last building I needed so I can train feudal knights there, I think. And then, yeah, the upgrades, defensive upgrades are finished here in Prussia. Farmland improved here in Novgorod. Merchant, more money here. Good, good, good. Siege Engineers Workshops. Now I can start building catapults, I believe. Let's see. Lord Jorvison. Great builder. Plus 10 happiness and plus 1 loyalty. Nice. I think that was for one of the generals I brought back. I think. For being disloyal, I think. Yeah, I just brought you back because you were sitting around 3 or 2 loyalty pips. So, hey, now you're up to 4, so you can be sent back to the front lines. Good job. Good job. And let's put these guys in a stack with the king just to make sure there's no shenanigans there. All right, my king does not have a son. That's a little worrisome. He has no son. And he has a brother that's like 4 years younger than him. So that's a little bit scary. They're both married. So yeah, hopefully they can figure things out soon enough. Oh, wow. And the Mongols were repulsed here by the Novgorods. Jesus. Oh, man. These guys they didn't hear no bell, man. Yeah, they're gonna fight to the last. Go Novgorods. Sweet. And then what happened down here? So yeah, they attacked into the Turkish lands, and this is not going to hold very long. And then same thing here in Georgia. I mean, they have to assault that, so yeah, the Mongols are going to figure that one out. Yeah, otherwise though, let's see. We still need to wait, I think, 1 turn before we get that auto ceasefire with the Turks, I believe. Yeah, and then that should be fine. And then how old is the Pope? 38. Okay, so he has a ways to go. He has a ways to go. Yeah. So the French should be excommunicated for quite some time. Regarding these generals who are up here in Novgorod who were previously disloyal to me, and now they have been married off, and it seems to have added 2 points of loyalty to both of the men who have been married. Yeah. That's good, yeah, so that issue's been taken care of, I think. Now that this man is married, he is friendly, and he's also always drunk, so marriage is looking good on him. How about this guy? Marriage is making him affable. Yeah, why not? And I don't know if it's the marriage doing that, but we still have issues. Not you. Your 3 is maybe okay, but then 1 is bad. The thing is that I already had tried the previous captain of this unit for treason, and he was found guilty, and he was executed, but now the new captain is just as disloyal as the old captain, so I can do that again. Now, again, I'm just kind of trying stuff out here. I don't know, like, why doing that would be any more of a better idea than just bringing units back to be babysat by the king. You know, because this is working also, right? Like, leaving this guy here and this guy, like, just having them hang out with the king is fine, I think. Maybe you do this. Maybe you use your spies and assassins to try disloyal generals and to assassinate disloyal generals when you need to keep the unit on the front line, and you can't afford to bring them off of the front line and have them be babysat by the king, which is usually going to be in a safer region. Maybe that's the application of that. I'm not really sure why do this other than that. That's the only thing I can think of. The next question would be, why use the spy over using the assassin? The assassin is an agent that is available at an earlier stage than the spy. Now, yes, in this case, I've not even trained any assassins because I deem the spy to be more valuable to me. I need them just to keep the loyalty high in my own regions and to protect myself from enemy spies and assassins. So that's why I'm training them up. But I mean, is that it? Like, I wonder what the chances are of success of trying a general for treason versus trying to assassinate that general. I wonder if it's easier to try them for treason and that assassinating them might be a bit more difficult, maybe. And another thing to keep in mind is that both of these things, whether you're trying to try someone for treason or assassinate them, if they survive either of those things, there's different vice and virtue trait lines that they can go down, which is also can impact them as well. And that's where I don't have things memorized, right? I don't have all of those vice and virtue trait trees memorized, so I don't know, the effects that truly can happen to my own captains by going down this route. So I'm sort of just kind of discovering this as I go along a little bit. And I'm curious to hear your experiences with this, trying to quell civil wars and dealing with disloyal generals. This seems like the most basic, easiest way. Put them in the region of your king. Whether or not they need to be in the same stack as the king or just in the same region, I am not entirely sure right now. Like, I feel like I've probably read that at some point or been told that at some point. But right now, at this moment, I can't remember if it matters if he's in the same stack or not. I've seen during civil wars, stacks, various stacks during the civil war, some stay loyal and some go disloyal. So I would imagine that could happen in the king's region as well. I could imagine that you could have a disloyal stack in the same region that your king is located, is my guess. So maybe disloyal units need to be in the same stack as the king. But yeah, I am just guessing here. Now, Finland, I think that maybe, since I am trying to get, these armies going here in Sweden so that they can eventually attack the English provinces, I need more provinces training soldiers, and maybe that includes you as well, Finland. Let me double check. Like, I feel like I have the baseline ships that I need. I have one in most regions, which is, I prefer two. I do prefer two, and I will be getting, this trade link back together now that I'm no longer at war with the Turks. And I do have two ships in the regions that border the Egyptian regions, just to make sure that they don't start any more shenanigans with me. They actually have two boats here. Shit. Well, I can beat their boats because these are just dhows and my two caravels can squash them. So hopefully they don't try to attack me again. Man, right when I was going to say I can stop building boats, two boats in one region is kind of annoying. I think... So I am teching out Finland so that it can build siege equipment. I think that after this boat here, I can start building catapults, is my thinking. It only takes 2 turns per catapult. I am working on the next tier of siege engineer building here, which can build trebuchets. I don't know how many turns it takes to build a trebuchet. That I don't know. I don't know if it's 2 or 3. Catapults can take down keeps, though. Especially if the keep just has the wooden outer wall. Catapults will do just fine. I think that if the keeps have a stone outer wall, I think that catapults can struggle a little bit there. So catapults should be fine. But again, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. And we will switch over. Yeah, we can switch over to catapults when that caravel is finished. But I still want some decent armies, and I still want to protect myself on this, flank. This is probably priority number uno right now, just to kind of keep the Mongols honest. Now that these armies are free, we'll see what they do. These armies that are in Pereslavl and Crimea, they have to figure this out. They have to take care of that siege in Georgia. And they still haven't, rooted out the Novgorods, but once that's finished, I'm really curious to see what they would do next. And I'm hoping they would choose a softer target, but yeah, I guess we'll find out. And that is going to be it for the Novgorods again. They have been eliminated this time. They held out as long as they could. And yeah, now it's go time for the Mongols. This is going to be an interesting thing it's going to be interesting to see where they go next, right? And the trial against my other unit captain that was disloyal has been finished, and yes, he was also executed as well. Let's see. The Germans are still rejecting my ceasefire proposals. That's really unfortunate. That's really annoying. And the next captain of this unit, Sir Sven Flosesson, is 2 points of loyalty. Oh man, this is It's a bad unit. And the thing is, like, the downside of this, and this would also be the same for assassinating, is that these men are, of course, removed, meaning that the unit is not a complete unit anymore. And so that's a downside, is that you have to retrain this unit eventually. In fact, I suppose, like, I wonder, would this man still be the captain if I retrained this unit? Probably, right? He probably would. Let's just keep getting. I don't know. I'm just trying stuff. I don't know. Just keep trying them with treason. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So the Mongols are going in. The Mongols went for Lithuania. Wow. Huh. Oh, and the Spanish are attacking the Almohads as well. Okay. Well, this is going to be a big fight. And yeah, hopefully this is probably going to be a long episode. All right. Anyway, whatever. That's fine. So, yep, pretty. You know, this is what Mongol armies look like. So as far as the opening wave goes, it's going to be the Mongol Khan, 3-star general. And he's going to have 6 units of the Mongol heavy cav with him, along with 10 units of the Mongol warriors, which is that hybrid bow and sword armed unit. So no light cav, just heavy cav and foot archers. So it's going to be pretty simple, right? They're just going to charge in with their heavy cav, and hopefully I can hold and cut them down. And then I need to have something to run down all of these guys. You know, I need to have some cav to put some pressure on these forces just to run them down and clear off this first wave. As long as I can hold, that is. And then after that, it gets a little bit more tedious, right? You get a lot of light cav coming in, along with, you know, still a steady amount of heavy cav. But the light cav is just going to kind of sit outside of that forest that I'll be hiding in and just peppering me, you know, until they run out of ammunition, and then they will charge in. And yeah, I just have to hold the lines, pretty much. That's just going to be the nature of the beast. They do have 3,000 men, and I have almost 8,000, so I am good on the numbers. But they have a good army here, so it's going to be important that I take this slow and yeah, do this the right way. So definitely not going to be bringing ballistas. Nope. Instead, I will want heavy infantry, spears, axes, crossbows, archers, and just enough cav units to run off, you know, all of these guys. So like, I don't know. I don't know quite yet, but I do have this 6-star general as well who, yeah, he's going to have his work cut out for him. So we will see how this goes. Here we are in Lithuania, and there's, luckily we do have some forest options here. We have a couple, and we have a couple intriguing options. This feels like it could be cool, because there's a village right in front, and that could really do a lot to sort of disrupt the charge of the enemy cavalry, and also just shield us from more arrows. But I don't think the forest itself is that big, so that could be a little bit dodgy. Also, I like that it's like right next to another forest, you know, so I could almost kind of have troops hidden back here and wait for them to try to flank us and kind of charge out here and hit them. Like, that feels like it could be cool. Ooh, also, it's starting to rain as well. Oh, perfect. That's going to diminish the effectiveness of their archers as well. Cool. But this forest just feels safer. It's bigger, I can deploy my whole army, and it goes all the way back so that I can essentially bring on reinforcements in the cover of the forest as well. You know, sometimes when you fight the Mongols, the difficulty is in bringing reinforcements on and not getting them just trash canned by the Mongol cavalry that can run around and pick off our units as they either withdraw or come onto the field. So having this long forest that goes all the way to the back of the map, it feels good, and I think I'm going to go with this route. Also, just because the open field is nice too. Yeah, it goes both ways, but if I can use my archers to, you know, sort of shoot them down. I do have arbalesters, which don't get affected by the rain. Not in the first wave. I'm not going to bring them in the first wave, but I can bring them out to face the enemy light cav in the other waves. Now we are all set up, so let's get my units going. Yeah, they are right there, so we're not going to get much time. So I have my chivalric sergeants backed up by javelins on my two main front groups. So you guys are going to be there, and then you can be like there. And then I have Vikings and then Huskarls in the rear. So Vikings can kind of be more centralized, where Huskarls can be spread out. I can have one center, and then one assisting either flank. I don't want these guys to be the ones taking the charge. I would rather it be the spears, obviously, but if they have to take a charge, then that's what they're going to do. And then I went heavier on feudal knights than I kind of anticipated that I was going to. I didn't bring any archers. I was thinking about it, and now that it's raining, I'm glad that I didn't. Are these guys just going to go right in? Man, they okay. I'm just like wondering, like, okay, what's going on here? Yeah, see, this is where I would like to have archers, but still, I don't know. I've just felt, seeing that many Mongol warriors, I'm thinking, okay, I want to run them down. And feudal knights, like, look, it's not a great counter, right? But it's still a unit that you can use to hold the enemy in place while your axes can get some work done. Or your javelins, my javelins. So, that was the thought there. I find that when I bring archers against an army like this, I find that they oftentimes don't tend to get the value that I want from them. Here, let's bring my spears out this way, and then let's bring my, yep, like that. And yeah, let's just kind of turn to sort of match their movements here. So Vikings go here, and then Huskarls can come out to here. Knights can move over, and Huskarls can move over. Like so, and then, yeah, don't want to forget you as well. But yeah, I was saying that it's nice to have the archers that can shoot over the heads of the men in front. I was thinking about bringing a couple of units of them just to sort of like entice the enemy in, but I don't think that they're going to need much enticing, honestly. Man, they're going wide on me. It's making me nervous. I'm like, oh man, I don't have enough frontage here, you know? But they're going heavy on this side, right? Like, this is the real heavy side. So this is the side that I can load up on with, you know, like extra units of axes here and then here. Leave one unit of axes on this side, I suppose. And man, it's tempting to use this, like these feudal knights, just like to pressure these archers on this side. That's tempting. I don't usually, if ever, like, I don't get super aggressive until after the first wave has been dealt with. Yeah, the rain is helping out a lot here. This is a good rain. This is really useful. So this is the Khan right here. He's getting close. Have I taken a single casualty from rain yet? I feel like I don't know if they've killed a single guy yet. Oh yeah, they've killed someone. Okay. They're starting to get some kills here on my chivalric sergeants. And yeah, this is where I would like to have an archer unit just to kind of plink away at the Khan and make him do something. But here's what I'm thinking. Something that I don't often do here, but most of their cav is over there. Their Khan is here, sure, but what if I brought my Huskarl out to like assist here and then just kind of go boink and then like go for their back units, push these two units off and make them react to this. And what would the reaction be? Like, yeah, we can, you know, kill some units here. And are they going to react at all? So now let's get away. Let's try. That was the wrong. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, let's try to get away here. Let's try to get like here. and here. And can you get away, or are you going to get caught? If you get caught, I have Huskarls here to help out. And is there any other reaction from the army? It doesn't really seem like it. And, ooh man, we can just turn around here. We can turn around like this, here, and then here. Get a rear charge in on the Khan, and... oh man, he ran away too soon. Okay, we'll bring the Huskarls back. That's kind of too bad. But let's bring these Feudal Knights up and let's get rid of this unit of Mongol warriors. Yep, there we go. And we can go back to putting pressure on all of these archers. You know, if they're going to keep all of their heavy cav on this side and they're not going to push, then I have to apply pressure, you know, whatever way I can, right? So, I want to see if he rallies. If he rallies, I'm going for it, you know? But for the time being, let's split you off and go after those guys. And just, yeah, see if there's going to be a reaction here. We are getting very close to their lines here, so let's back up. That was a good push. That was a good push. All right, back up, guys. Go, go, go. Try not to get caught. Try not to get caught. Please, please, try, guys. Oh, dear. I'm not leaving this forest to save these units. Not in the slightest. No. I am staying here. Okay, maybe I'll leave the forest a little bit. But no, guys. I go here, and then get a flank. Yep, go here, and then go here. There we go. I'll leave the forest a little bit. Like, if there's no one that's going to support here, then yeah, I'll leave the forest a little bit here. And sure, I sacrificed a unit of Feudal Knights, but the fact that I've taken care of 2 units of their heavy cav, that seems pretty good for me. And yeah, now I can withdraw that unit of Feudal Knights that's very, very beat up. That unit's pretty much taken care of. And the other unit of Feudal Knights is pretty healthy. They've only lost 1 man, so let's bring you back. Huskarls can go here. And then, where is that 5-man unit? Yeah, you can withdraw. Yeah, and leave those 5 Mongol heavy cav be. And yeah, let's get another unit on. Which reminds me, I should probably check this. I don't want my reinforcements to go there. I want them to yeah, go like here. That's a better idea. Since these archers are just going to plink away at this unit of chivalric sergeants, I'm going to put them on loose formation just to have them take less casualties. It's not super ideal because it kind of messes up the formation. As you can see, other units are being pushed away because this unit's taking up more space now. It's something that you have to like micromanage, and it's kind of annoying. But it is worth doing. And if you see like, you know, 8 units of archers plinking it away at 1 unit, you should probably put your unit in loose formation. It does decrease their morale, and I'm wondering if they are now out of ammo, because now that they're moving forward, it's making me think that they might be ready to fight me in close quarters. Nope, they're still shooting. Okay, back into loose formation. False alarm. I do want to be in close formation when they attack, though. That's for goddamn sure. This is interesting. That's very interesting. I kind of want to attack this. They're all just retreating right now. And the Khan wasn't killed. Wait, that's not the Khan. Where is the Khan? Where is the Khan? I don't think he was killed. I thought his unit was just like... I thought he rallied. I thought I saw him back there. I mean, I'm going to kill some Mongol warriors, the foot warriors that are being left behind. This looks like a retreat to me. You know, or the famous Mongol feigned retreat, right? Where they just lured me out of my forest. We will see, though. I mean, if this is an opportunity for me to kill some Mongol warriors, then I can just get back to my forest quickly. Or this is a retreat. It's weird, though. This is just... yeah, it's kind of strange. I wouldn't really expect this. Let's try to split up here and take as many units as we can, and not just go after 1 unit. Now they just brought on a new wave, so I'm assuming this is when I should probably retreat. So yeah, you guys go back, and then yep, you go back as well. And is this wave? No, they're done. They're retreating. Oh my goodness. Wow. What the heck? What is going on? Okay, this is so bizarre because when I played my Byzantine campaign, I believe I killed the Khan like right away. Like he attacked right away, I killed him right away, and the whole Mongol army went away, and the whole stack was rebel because they didn't have a heir yet. So that was it for the Mongols. Like immediately after preparing for them for, you know, like a long time, prepared for them the entire beginning of the campaign, and it was so anticlimactic. And this feels similar. It's so bizarre though because in all of my practice campaigns, we fought at least 3 gigantic battles versus the Mongols in both the Danish campaign and my Byzantine campaign, my practice campaigns. And not this at all. This is so bizarre. Yeah, I'm perplexed. I'm very curious if y'all have had any experience with this. Okay, so the Spanish did decide they had to retreat from Leon. That's unfortunate. And yeah, the Germans are retreating from Venice. Okay. So yeah, they refused the ransom. And a longboat was sunk. God damn it. Okay, so now I have to get a boat into the Aegean Sea. All right. And the Spanish want an alliance. Spanish are allies with the Mongols. So they would have to decide if they want to choose me or the Mongols. Is there any like reason for me to accept this? There isn't, is there? Yeah, no. There's no reason to. And really, the Hungarians are going to choose to be allied with the Golden Horde, the Mongols, over me? Okay. Still, the Poles as well. Huh. The Poles and the Hungarians chose, and the Italians. The whole world of Catholicism has turned against me because the Mongols have gone to war. That is hilarious. That is just a silly, silly thing. And now that I am at war with the Mongols, I would assume that they would try to attack me again. And because of that, I am going to be calling it here at this episode, just because, who knows, there might be an actual long battle next time, I just don't know. All things considered though, I think things are okay. I do need to get, at least I'm in the positive money-wise. I need to get a boat back into the Aegean Sea. I can get on that. I do have an extra boat here. Yes, I do. I need more boats. More boats would be good. Let's see, you go here and then you go there. Perfect. Okay. And I feel comfortable enough so that I can continue to build up for the attack on England while this is happening. That did not feel too threatening to me, so I think that that's not going to disrupt my plans at all. I think it is kind of sad that basically my allies are down to the papacy and the faction that I intend to betray, so that's a little bit unfortunate. As that is. But also, what's kind of nerve-wracking at this point is that my king is 41, and that's kind of the cutoff of, being safe in regards to an heir coming up and, being of age before the king dies, considering that for the longest time, I thought that 57 was the earliest year that a king could die of old age. It turns out that's not true. In one of my practice campaigns recently, when I was practicing my English opening, I had a king die young. He was like 52-ish. And that really caught me off guard because I had a heir that would have been of age the very next year and he wasn't. And the campaign ended for the first time that happened. Now, the good thing is that I just, restarted that campaign from that last save. And, the king did survive past that year the next time, so there is like an element of chance in that. And he simply survived and, the heir was old enough. So that was fine. So it wasn't that much of an issue, but at least there was a son on the way. Now, in this case, there isn't a son on the way. He did just have a daughter. His wife just gave birth to a daughter. So maybe a son will follow. He does have a brother who is married. Maybe he has kids. I don't know. It's kind of nerve-wracking. I think that typically when I do this, what I will do is I will kind of go quickly on the next few turns just to get ahead and make sure that this campaign is going to continue without any issues. If that's not the case, and if this campaign is not going to continue without any issues, then I will go back to this save and I will use that cheat that allows me to get a new heir or a new son right away. I've never had to use that so far in a campaign, and it's not. I don't know. I'm just kind of seeing. I don't like to presume how things are going to happen here. I don't like to just assume that things are not going to work out and that I'm not going to get a son. So I'm not going to use it yet. I'm just going to play it out and see what happens. And then if it doesn't work, then I will, do what I just said. And I am still curious to learn more about the chances of the brothers who are married having sons, and essentially that being the thing that saves the campaign is not the king's son, but then the brother that becomes king for a year or so, and then his son takes over. That's, I want to see if that happens. I feel like that happened when I played as the Elma heads. I feel like that happened, but I don't know if I've noticed that ever happening other than that one time. So I want to keep an eye on that as well. But you know what? That is all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Conasip, playing at Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.